Hey, welcome in. Well, Patton Oswalt is the perfect leftist comedian. Spineless, inconsequential, and most importantly, unfunny. He has to be unfunny. That's the thing. If he were to say something that were genuinely funny, somebody on the left is going to get offended. Don't believe me? Well, they're offended just because he took a picture with Dave Chappelle, which he now has to apologize for and grovel like a spineless jellyfish, which I guess is working for Patton Oswalt. I mean, I guess it's a great job if you have absolutely no self-respect. Anyway, here's the headline. Patton Oswalt apologizes for photo with Dave Chappelle. We 100% disagree about transgender rights. Now, I watched that last Chappelle special, The Closer. Can somebody please tell me the transgender rights that Dave Chappelle wants to infringe upon, that he wants to remove? I didn't see that, and I'm not going to do a recap of the whole special. I just think that if your takeaway was that Dave Chappelle was a threat to anybody's rights, I think that you're a cult member. I think at that point you're just believing what you want to believe. But anyway, let's see. There's Patton Oswalt, and he posted a picture of himself with Dave Chappelle. And I guess he hadn't been paying attention to what the other woke people have been saying, because it turns out this is a horrible crime. Now keep in mind, he's cultivated a woke audience. The people that are attacking him now for taking a photo with his friend are the people that he's cultivated for his audience. And of course, it's a lesson that in woke culture, you don't really have any friends, as he's about to prove here. Now, he says in this original tweet when he does the photo that he's been friends with Dave Chappelle for 34 years. And then, of course, the backlash came from woke people on Twitter, resulting in this message. And there's a picture of him sitting there, writing in his notebook, looking pensive, in the mirror. It's all very symbolic, isn't it? He said, "I saw a friend I hadn't seen in a long time this New Year's Eve. We've known each other since we were teens. He's a fellow comedian, the funniest I've ever met. I wanted to post a pic and an IG story about it, so I did. The friend is Dave Chappelle. 34 years we've been friends. He's refocused and refined ideas a lot of us took as settled about race and history and life on planet Earth and spun them around with a phrase or punchline. We've done bad and good gigs, open mics and TV tapings. But we also 100% disagree about transgender rights and representation. I support trans people's rights, anyone's rights, to live safely in the world as their fullest selves, because obviously Dave Chappelle is completely against that. He doesn't want those people living their lives as their fullest selves. I mean, you might as well just call them Goebbels these days. But anyway, for all the things he's helped me evolve on, I'll always disagree where he stands now on transgender issues. But I also don't believe a seeker like him is done evolving and learning. Ugh, it's so gross. It's so condescending, too. This is your friend you're talking about. You know someone that long, see the struggles and changes, it's impossible to cut them off. Impossible not to be hopeful and open and cheer them on. Also, I've been carrying a lot of guilt about friends I've cut off who had views with which I couldn't agree or changed in ways I couldn't live with. Well, that's really more about you than them, I think. And frankly, I think they probably won out in the deal. From the language that he's using, you would think that Dave Chappelle is some sort of crazy phobe or something. Again, anybody who saw The Closer and came away with that impression is a child. And more importantly, it was funny. I mean, I don't think it was his funniest one, but it was still damn funny, a lot funnier than this. Sometimes I wonder, did I and others cutting them off make them dig their heels in deeper, fuel their ignorance with a nitro boost of resentment and spite, the pure narcissism here? Do you ever sometimes wonder if maybe they were right, or at least they were part right, or perhaps there was something you might have learned from them? Of course not, because he's a woke cult member. And this is, if you want to join that cult, this is what you have to look forward to, a lifetime of paranoia and apology and groveling. Because anything you say can be taken in the wrong way. A picture, a photograph with somebody. That's enough to make weirdos on Twitter freak out. But anyway, it gets more pathetic. I'm an LGBTQ ally. I'm a loyal friend. That word ally has just become extremely creepy. Because what it means is that just anybody to be an ally, just anybody who claims to be the spokesperson for an entire group of people, whatever they say, you just have to agree with them. Being an ally means sit down and shut up. And it may be appealing to extremely, extremely weak individuals, but I think few else. Anyway, there's friction in those traits that I need to reconcile myself and not let cause, I think he means feelings of betrayal in anyone else. I mean, one thing you could do is just say, I support my friend and fuck off. You could do that. Won't do that though, because of the whole spineless part. And I'm sorry, truly sorry, that I didn't consider the hurt this would cause, or the depth of that hurt. I've been messaging a lot on IG today, and the back and forth has really helped guide me in the writing of this. I naively deleted a lot of posts in the comment thread, critical ones from LGBTQ writers and shitposts by TERF anti-trans orcs, looking for clicks and giggles. I wanted a nice comment thread about the pic with my friend. Ugh, so easy to think someone else needs growth and miss the need in yourself. Gonna keep trying. Yeah, you're gonna need to try harder, actually, because you're confusing growth with capitulation. So what he's saying is to the Twitter weirdos is that he agrees with their false charges against Dave Chappelle, but Dave Chappelle is still his friend, and he hopes that he can find growth and evolve. Ugh, what a cretin. Don't be like Patton Oswalt. Don't be like this. Nobody will respect you. Do the woke gremlins respect him? Of course not. Does anybody else respect this sort of thing? Well, not once they've seen it. I mean, people don't respect watching somebody piss on their own dignity. But anyway, I guess just go back to making your jokes about what is Patton Oswalt allowed to make jokes about? What's a woke comedian allowed to make jokes about? I guess Trump supporters. I guess unvaccinated people. They're really dumb, right? You don't have to laugh at the jokes. You just clap so everybody knows you're all on the same team. I guess Florida, I guess. And in the meantime, adults can watch, I don't know, specials by somebody like Dave Chappelle, even though I don't agree with all of his politics. But he's still a really good comedian. And he's still really funny. So as an adult, I'm able to put some politics aside and still enjoy the craftsmanship and the art of what he does. But then again, I'm not friends with him. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you just like to listen, there's the podcast Radio Baloney. It's on pretty much every platform. If you look for it, you will find it. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.